The bedroom, where all the magic happens and where the horror can start.
How's it going, guys? My name's Gerwatosky, and today we will be talking about STIs. To start it off, to make it a little bit more fun, we're going to start with a joke. So, what is the difference between love and herpes? Herpes lasts forever. To give a brief background about what we will talk about today, it includes the definition of STIs, what are they, a brief background as well as the history of STIs, the cause of them, and lastly, how we can prevent getting them, which is by far the most important part of this presentation. So let's get started. Alright guys, so an STI is going to be a sexually transmitted infection that you get from having sex. Everyone in college needs to know what an STI is so they can better help themselves to prevent themselves from getting one. Basically, an STI infects your sexual and reproductive organs. Some cause general bodily infections. Jumping up to an STD, it's most commonly termed for the collection of medical infections that are transmitted through sexual contact. People that become infected, they don't always experience any of the symptoms or even have any infections develop into the disease, but that's where the modern term STI comes into. Alright, next up, we're going to start in the next topic after we have one more joke. So, a teen girl walks into a medical clinic and tells the doctor that she has Bieber fever. Doctor says, nope, it's just herpes. Alright, so keep in mind, STIs and STDs are different. STDs and STIs are almost the same thing, and the terms are often used as synonyms, but they are different. So technically, STIs and STDs differ. Basically, STIs mean that the individual has an infection, but it is not yet developed into an actual disease. So the real question here is going to be, what is the difference between an infection and a disease? An infection is often the first step of a disease and occurs when the bacteria or viruses start to enter the body and start to multiply. So medically speaking, STDs start out as STIs. STIs progress into STDs. Many STIs don't show symptoms at all, so that's why it's very important to get checked twice a year, if not more. To conclude my part of the presentation, so a man was seeing a doctor. The doctor said, I have good news and bad news. And he goes, what's the bad news? The doctor says, your wife has syphilis. And the guy goes, geez, what could possibly be the good news? Doctor says, she didn't get it from you. Alright, thanks guys.
The best way to have safe sex is to abstain from drinking. Oral, anal, or vaginal sex are all ways to contract an STI, and a male condom is the only contraceptive that provides even a chance at STI prevention. Aside from abstinence, a sexually active individual should keep the number of sexual partners low and have strong communication with their sexual partners. Historically, STIs have been blamed on everyone else for spreading around the diseases. Nowadays, it's up to you and only you to be conscientious and cautious with any of your sexual partners. So, if I have the clap and I spread it around, is that a round of applause?